In this run of Might and Magic, 6, 7 and 8 together, Danerys has found one of her dragons. Because it's green, I'm assuming it's Rhaegal. But her objective now is to get high enough level to be able to recruit the other two. That's within the bounds of Might and Magic 8. And to go up levels as quickly as possible, she's going to continue a tour. Hello, dragons. These ones are okay. Let's make sure I'm heading in the right direction. North. Yep, down this way. And down in this creek, there are flowers. Not that way. They tend to hide in corners. There's one. And I can achieve 2 quests with these flowers. Yep, there's another one. Another 2, in fact, but I don't need the 3rd one. Now I've got to get the dragon up a few levels to be able to fly. I've got to hand in one of these flowers back at the dragon cave. I'm cutting across this way. I don't want to go near those things in the distance. You can see much further under this mod than you used to be able to. But those are Nagas and we're not ready to fight them. Bear in mind that Garrot Gorge is not a low level area. I've got to get around this mountain. Right, I can see it on the mini-map. Now we're back inside the dragon cave amongst the friendly dragons. Friendly to Daenerys anyway. We've got to go down, halfway down. And one of these caves has the quest giver. They are poison. Bing. Now the other flower has to be handed in to a dragon hunter, the opposing faction. So let's get out of here. Outside the cave, we have to run back north. No, not north, south. South to the village here to hand in the other flower. And then we've got to go up to the training hall and back to be able to make Ithilgor, which is his new name apparently, into a master dragon and give him the ability to fly. Poison again. Let's hand it in the other flower. Now, the dragon had a bunch of gems on him, which we can now sell to pay for his training. Just inside the castle walls.
Only the best goods here.
Display inventory. Sell.
A pleasure doing business
Okay.
with you.
Yeah. Training hall. Instructor. Dragon is the top priority right now. I don't know how the finance is going to work out. Level 7, 8. Right. And Danerys herself, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now if we go into skills, 26 points. Now I've got nothing in this zone that can be improved to expert level, because this is a very martial character sort of area. The next thing that I am going to be able to bring up to expert level is learning, but I'll wait till I actually get there, make sure I'm not mistaken. But over in Isildur alias Rhaegal, we're going to bring him up to level 7 dragon, which will enable him to become a master back at the cave. Now, as for his other skills, he will be our principal perception person, and our principal ID item person. But we'll wait again till we get to the experts. Let's see. But this should be the last time we have to run. And flying makes fights against hordes of melee creatures quite easy. Oh, one thing. Let's improve the dragon's fire resistance. There we go. Yeah, cave is just to the right of this tall mountain. I think the master person is just inside the door. Same cave mouth we picked up the dragon from. Over to the left. This cave mouth, master dragon. 4,000 gold. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Which means if I now, I'm using WASD movement and mouse look, so I have to hit the middle mouse button to be able to point at this. And here we go. Flying, and I'll set that as is default spell, and as soon as we go out the door we should be able to fly. Now, because I'm using WASD, I've got remapped keys on this mod. So to cast the default spell is now the E key, and I've got the dragon selected. And there we go, he's cast fly. So I can go out here. Now I've got to remember the mouse. Yep, the mouse wheel has now been made the control for going up and down. So that's maximum height. I'm going to go off this way. And I don't need to do anything else here in Garrock Gorge, but I'm going south to Ravage Roaming because I need more money. And also I can get one of those black potions there. Here we go. 5 days, so I'm using up some food, but I will still have 10 left. We're in Ravage roaming, and the fly spell has worn off, so I hit B to switch to a different character's turn and recast the flying spell and go upwards. Now there's practically no opposition on this road. And we'll do this region more thoroughly later, much later. What I'm doing is a tour of every zone I can get to in Jardame to get the things that put you up levels easily or increase your stats. Now I don't need food yet from the pub, so I'm going to go straight up here and try and make one of these potions. Potion of pure accuracy. Do I have the ingredients? I usually do at this stage. There we go. Now, who can use accuracy the most? Dragons are going to be doing most of the fighting in the long run, but she will be shooting a bow. Definitely need accuracy for that. Not sure how accuracy relates to the dragon fire. I'll give it to Danerys. There we go. Now, there's a problem with gaining so much experience so quickly, which I'm going to, and that's not having the money for the training to make use of the points. So, I'm going to use the turn-based aspect to rob some chests. Now, first I hang about here, up high, and pull all of these gorgons who can stone you with one hit. Pull them away from the chest. Now I want it to be Daenerys' turn. I fly over the chest, hit enter, come down, and some of these chests are going to blow up. See, that one.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Quite nasty. But let's pick up all the gems. I haven't had a chance to build up the dragon's merchant skill yet. But that is an artifact sword when I can identify it, and that's identifying things is definitely his job. Now, problem. I have to get back up out of the way of the monsters. How much can I heal back without having to run back to the pub? Okay. That's fine, except I've got to go B again. And every time I go through a turn, those guys are going to come back towards me. But let's go into here. It's not her turn. Okay. Okay, now it'll be right. Okay, let's risk another chest. That's the layout. Okay, so get the other furthest one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have to go back now. But you can see there's a lot of money here, which is going to finance my tour of Jadome. But I now have to go and heal by going to the pub. Let's make sure I get the direction right. Go back out of turn-based mode. There's the pub. Jared, yeah, someone who can join you. Innkeep, rent room for 147 gold. Sleep. I will now have to recast the flying spell and fly up. Rinse and repeat. Ooh. Yeah, make them all come out of the way. And I just noticed that under this new, what would you call it? The new sort of steering, navigating module. Though you're flying in 3 dimensions, you go in the direction you're looking and not just horizontally. So, got to be careful about that because I was losing height. Okay, let's take the second row of chests.
Didn't mean for that to happen.
Gold. Yeah, doesn't matter very about identifying them really. And the other one. Let's see how it goes. I thought she might go unconscious, but I did not expect her to die. Open up the chest. Gonna have to go to a temple because it's too long since I saved the game. Yeah, dragon can still fly. I don't have any town portal ability yet, any kind of teleporting. There's no temple here. So, unless this is going to a convenient place. No, okay. I'm going to have to go back up to Garrett Gorge. Could come back for the other chests later. So, Dragon's first serious task, take his dead mother for a resurrection. I mean, if Jon Snow can come back from the dead, so can Daenerys. That's where we've hit the edge. Okay. Recast fly. It's so much easier using the mouse wheel than... I don't think it was page up and page down. It was either home and end or insert and delete. Now, I've got to go to the temple here. Look out, guys. Dead mother of dragons coming through. 750 gold. Not too bad, considering what I'm collecting. Okay. Now, better check. Yeah.
Can't help you.
Her armor got broken as a result of that. The trap blowing up, so I've got to take it out of there and put it in the normal inventory. Now I go to the armor shop over here, out of the way here. Display inventory, repair. Yeah. Let's close. Put it back on. We'll get better leather before long. Now, I have to go back because I need those other two chests. Because I don't know if this map has a mode where it shows you the whole thing. World map. Yeah. No, I can't make it show me the whole of Jadame. But when I go along the north edge, it's a sort of 3x3 grid. I'm going to collect some easy experience. In fact, a great deal of it. So I need the money to pay for the training. So let's, whoops, that was the wrong key. That was firing an arrow. My flying skill is still on, so let's go back. Okay, I'm back at the village of Ravage Roaming. I'm going to go for those last two chests. Right, let's maintain my height. Hang on, I am doing the wrong thing. I need to stand or hover, not over the chests. See, only so many of them can be active. One's over the back are standing still. Let's get some more. Right, that will do. Enter. Down. Okay, now it's that one. And her disarm traps ability is pretty pathetic, but at least she didn't get too hurt then. Cash, cash, cash. That was my signal to call a halt. I just have to get out of this place. Last chest.
Strong survive.
She's unconscious this time. That's not too much of a problem. Just got to go to the tavern. Up. And back this way. I'm down to 0 food, so I need to fill packs and rent room. Actually, I think she'd wake up if I just crossed the border, but that's not very realistic. Okay, I will end this video here. I will sell the gems at Garrock Gorge and then carry on further to Murmur Woods next time. Okay.